Alright, hi and welcome back, friends of a Thoughtful Gaming Experience. I'm your host, Emmanuel Can, and we're going to proceed with our Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, Path of the Damned, The Renegades of Punk.
They'll never know I'm here.
We got a quest by this woman named Nia, and it's an interesting quest. And I had to do some research about it because a quest named the Wailing Banshee is not going to be taken lightly. You know about banshees? They are very dangerous ghosts ripping your soul apart. So I'd expect this Nia has tried to buy the lighthouse. Well, wants to renovate it now, but there are ghosts in there. And now, what can we do against ghosts? I assume there will be like these shadows or shades in there. We don't know much about the shades. Don't know that much, except they have a weakness for fortitude, probably. And also they are weak to burn damage. And I think we should
as you wish.
strategize about how we may survive this fight against the Banshee, because I think the Banshee will also have the same vulnerabilities. So we'll have to adapt, and the first thing to adapt is like, of course, where do you get burn damage from? From your wizard. What does she have there? She has Rolling Flame. And that's about all. She has Necrotic Lens, which is good versus Fortitude. And yeah, that's about it. Slicken won't help us against ghosts. They are flying. They won't be struck down like that. So, as we have so much money, we should further look in here for some other sources of damage we can maybe use. As Minolettas Minor Missiles goes versus deflection, does good damage, but it goes versus deflection. And we need burn damage, so we're going to take the Fan of Flames from Ludrana's Grimoire for 100 copper. And the Ghost Blades are also a cone, but we'll prefer the Fan of Flames there, so we won't buy that. This Chill Fog is also okay, but it does freeze damage. It's not that effective. I'd rather use the Fan of Flames with her. We have Mervold's Grimoire. What is in there? We have the Chill Fog again. As I said, I'm not going to use that. This may be useful. Draining Endurance. And it's going versus Fortitude, which would be good for us. Level 3, we don't have any spells. This is a Bulwark against the elements, but it's just for the caster. So it's okay against freeze damage though. And has plus 15 damage reduction for 87 seconds. So it's only for the caster, but it's very powerful. So we'll take that too. And maybe we could take that Siphon as well, but well, we have the money, so we'll take it. Furthermore, there's Nirid's Grimoire. Now what do we have here? A Mirrored Image. It's also good. It's for 87 seconds, 25 deflection, until hit or critically hit. But yeah, they may be able to hit us, so I don't think that's that important. And we have Eldritch Aim for more accuracy, but we're not gonna have the spell slots for this. We want to cast Fan of Flames. Jolting Touch is good too, because it only targets enemies. So we're going to take that as well. And now we're going to go Steen's spellbook. And we're not going to be up against spellcasters, probably, because, yeah, Banshee may be, but not really. So we're going to remove that one. Also, what does the Spirit Shield bring us? It will be good because it gives concentration. But what do we have here? Of course we need the Fan of Flames. This is also until hit or critically hit. So we're not going to use that. Instead we are going to use the Jolting Touch. So this is our defense spell here. Only gives 3 damage reduction, but it gives 30 concentration. Then we have Fated Caress, which is against Fortitude, so it will be good. Necrotic Lance does so much damage against Fortitude, which is also good. We have the Rolling Flame, which is always helpful for burn damage. And we have Consulhalt's Corrosive Siphon. And I think that is maybe better, because don't know how well we're going to be able to heal in there. With a Bewildering Spectacle, that's against will. It's a very powerful spell, but don't know how much it will do against ghosts. As for this one, it's a foe AoE, blinding 29 seconds. This will be good, but I think ghosts have some immunity, so not going to take that. So we're going to remove the Bewildering Spectacle and instead put on the Bulwark against the enemy elements. This is going to last a while, and it does 72 damage, but it gives us back endurance, whereas that thing does an instant about 50 damage, so it gives us 90 damage as a whole. So I think we'll just throw out that thing, so that should be good. Now we're going to look
I'm here.
At a strategy for our priest, and we see here he doesn't have the level 1 spells anymore. He has Consecrated Ground, Divine Mark, which is inflicting burn damage, and that will be good against ghosts. It's against will, but anyways it also lowers deflection, which is very good. Then I think there were like some kind of burning wounds. Was that also in here? No, it's a mage spell which gives burning wounds. But there's a Pillar of Faith here. But you know, I don't really feel well with no first level priest spells. So
Well,
what we're going to do is we can rest for free in here. We're going to do that shortly. And we're going to look at the further abilities of ghosts then. Like, they do freeze damage, which makes me keen on the Bulwark of Elements and more
Yes?
priest spells. So after we rest here, we will go in there and then first protect against freeze damage as much as we can.
How do you do?
I just like a room. And we'll go for the shiny pearl, giving us constitution. It will even be better. We could have rested here and taken the bonus against vessels, which are shadows, I think. Or against shadows, for that matter. But yeah. Well, let's go back now. And we can look at the bard spells also. We can edit the chants. So what do we have here? It reduces slashing and piercing damage of enemies in the area of effect. And is giving bonuses to fortitude and will. So, what kind of damage do shadows do really? Or phantoms? They do freeze damage. So, that kind of chant won't help us. We'd rather have that kind of chant. So we have these two chants and maybe we can add in that one. I don't know. Does that make sense somehow? We'll have that chant lasting until here, that chant lasting until here. But that chant won't last then. So we want to have the soft winds of death and the comrades again, so we're going to make that chant here. We want to have a constant buff, or relatively constant in that, and add that endurance drain. So that's going to be good, and we also have the Oaken Scarab figurine, which we will probably have to use against the Banshee.
Certainly.
So, what more is there to do? Like, a ranger is pretty straightforward, we'll just let her attack. We can look for Divine Terror. That's against will. It would be very good though. But it's a small radius, so I'm not sure if it's really good. This is against Fortitude, which would also be good, and lowering defenses. Punishing targets for their sins. The Holy Meditation will be pretty good too. It has an okay radius. And it gives us concentration and will. Concentration might be important, as the shadows can teleport. We have a repulsing seal. It gives us prone, and it's versus fortitude. But it has only a very low radius, so it's like the oh shit spell. What more do we have here? Withdraw. That's straightforward. Prayer against fear, we won't need that. Maybe against the Banshee. And we have that Divine Mark, which will be used, so we might be concentrating on doing damage then. And what do we have with the third level spells? A Dire Blessing will help much, of course, but I think Circle of Protection would be really good if we have time for that. And yeah, Warding Seal is good. A Watchful Presence, that is something we're gonna cast. It also has a big radius, so
Well,
Woo! That took quite some time. So, let's go in.